Time now 10:33. Let's get over to meteorologist Hannah Gard with your Weather Authority forecast.
Thanks, Rob. We have another hot day in store today, and we're talking about dangerous heat. That heat index for 108 to 112, giving you the first alert. That heat stress potential increases dramatically through the morning hours and then lingers through the whole afternoon into the early evening. So you have to think about heat safety, wearing loose light colored clothing if you have to be outside, taking breaks from the air conditioning, and then also staying hydrated. Avoid 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. being outside. The times to get outdoors on days like today are in the earlier morning or after that sun goes down. Current conditions, 88 degrees, but it already feels like 99 in New Orleans, feels like 102 in Gonzales. Most of us feeling those upper 90s already. And the sun out there beating down, so it's going to be very hot. We do have a couple of little scattered showers in parts of Plaquemines Parish right now, but really not much going on. There's a couple strikes of lightning, so just watching for some isolated storms. But here's what's happening in the region. We have a front to the north of us, and that's what's sweeping Hurricane Erin up the east coast. So it's not going to make landfall. It's going to continue up to the north and then eventually the northeast as that front swings by, and it will swing down into our region. This is not going to pass through as a cold front, but it will increase our storm chances tomorrow. Today, we still could see a storm or two. The coverage, though, fairly low. Many of us getting very hot. We could even see some upper 90s in places that don't get that rain earlier. And we'll have a little bit of cloud cover after those storms pop up. Here comes the front. Starting off dry tomorrow in the 90s, and then once we get to the afternoon and we have this boundary in the region, that's going to provide more lift to see more storms. The coverage definitely increasing from today. We'll have to watch for gusty winds, lightning, heavy rain possible with any of these storms all the way through the early evening hours until they run out of steam and then dissipate overnight into Friday. We'll have another round of storms on Friday because that front will be even farther to the south. And then Saturday and Sunday, as the front starts to dissipate, our rain chances will back off. We'll go to 40% Saturday, 30% Sunday, and we'll see more sunshine. The front does drop those temperatures slightly, and it's not necessarily from the front itself. It's mainly because of the rain chances increasing. So we'll get down to 92 Friday and Saturday as opposed to the 96 that we have today. It is brief. Sunday, we're drier, so we're going to be hotter. We'll get to 94 again. But for game day on Saturday, it looks to be one of the nicer days in the extended forecast. We're going to be 92. We'll have that humidity still, some storms possible. We'll have to watch for that on the radar, but it will be less stormy than the later parts of this week. Here's a look at the tropics. Tropical update. We do have Erin that we're tracking still. This is a Category 2 hurricane. From the 10 a.m. advisory, 110-mile-per-hour sustained wind, so that's an increase in the wind speed. It has been kind of coming together through the course of this morning. And look how wide the tropical storm force wind field is. It's a very, very wide area that's going to experience those winds. And it continues to get bigger as the storm strengthens into a major hurricane once again. This is way offshore of the U.S. coastline, but those tropical storm force winds expanding so far out that parts of the North Carolina Outer Banks up through Virginia included in tropical storm warnings. And then this will make that northeast turn and move away from land. That little yellow box, that's Bermuda, tropical storm watch there. The other thing that the coastal areas will have to monitor closely are these huge waves that the storm is going to be creating, especially as that wind field gets larger and larger. Could see extremely dangerous rip current and surf conditions along the entire U.S. East Coast as it moves up to the north. So here's the front. That's what's steering it away. And then look what happens in the long range. We have high pressure over the desert southwest, keeping it hot over there. And then here comes a big low pressure system across the northeastern U.S. It's going to bring some nice fall weather to areas north of us. Does it get all the way down to us? I don't know that the temperatures will change much, but maybe in the early parts of next week, we can get a little bit of some lower humidity. We'll watch that closely. We have two other waves in the Atlantic that we're tracking, but look at the pattern here. It's still kind of turning to the north and northeast for that first one, and the one behind it, maybe it turns into a tropical depression briefly, but the models have been dropping it as it moves farther west. Regardless, next name on the list is Fernand, and we will keep watching that closely. Our 7-day forecast showing that heat for the next 2 or so days, but the rain chances really going up Thursday and Friday. Drying out just in time for the weekend. We'll have some slightly nicer temperatures Saturday, and then we'll heat up into Monday up next week. Back to you.